What
Yeah,
do you think about them?
yeah, of course, the controversies are part and parcel with any Olympics, by the way. It's not just China. Athens had its own set of controversies, although in their case it was more around the delays they had in construction and whether or not they'd even be ready, and of course they were. You go back 25, 30 years and there were controversies between the former Soviet Union and the United States when there were boycotts in 1980 and then a vengeful boycott in 1984 by their respective Olympic committees. The Olympics are not immune and not unfamiliar with these kinds of controversies. This just happens to be the latest. The Tibet crisis is an interesting one because it brings to mind many of the issues people have associated with China over the years, which are human rights abuses, right? And we can get into more detail on human rights abuses in general. Every country violates them, including the United States. So it's not as if everybody's a perfect country in this regard. Right now, China happens to be center stage. And the Olympics are the biggest brand in the world. And so they are a big platform for people to air their views. So the Tibetans know this, and so they saw this as an opportunity to raise protests about what they consider to be ill treatment and the desire to be a separatist country, if nothing else, at least managed autonomously within China. And that's been a key element in this controversy overall. The social media tools like you guys are learning about in class have been instrumental in fomenting nationalistic pride in China. So you've seen it. What has been typically a very docile, quiet culture that typically follows what the government says has been very vocal and has been very, in a sense, offended by world opinion about Tibet. And they argue, let us run the Olympics as the Olympics, don't let politics intrude. And social media tools such as blogs and podcasts and so on have been instrumental in building this public opinion in China. The interesting thing about it is and the Chinese government themselves have said this, they don't want the Olympics to be political, right? They always say separate the politics from it. They know for a fact that the Olympics are political. They're using it themselves as a political platform. The idea of the Olympics being apolitical is nonsense. But it's true with every Olympics, it's not just China. The Chinese government is using it to promote a better image of China.